want to double my wire to make it strong, and also I want to create these little loops here to tie the ribbon onto. So I want a ribbon on both ends. So I'm going to measure out about 16 inches, and this is going to be a loop on the side, and cut it, but I don't want to have the rough ends on, so I'm going to take it and bend it so the two ends come together. I want the total length to be roughly 16 inches. So we have our raw edges in the middle, and this will just make it a little stronger. We can just twist this together, just leaving a little loop at the end so that we can tie a ribbon through it. And we just twist these ends in. Do the same on both sides. Okay, so we have the basis for our wire, and I'm going to put a little curve on it, and then I'm going to cover the whole thing. See, we have a loop right here, and it'll go over the top of the head, and it'll be adjustable. This is for a child. It'll have ribbon tied at both loops. So now what I'm going to do is use this tape to cover the wire. This is green florist tape, and it sticks to itself. We want to put this on really tightly as we cover the entire wire all the way to the end. Okay, now we have our wire completely covered. I haven't ripped the tape because now we're going to go back and we're going to be adding our flowers. I want the flowers facing the front. This is the center front, so I don't want to put my flowers go in the back. So I put my stem in there, and then we're going to wrap florist tape around to secure the flowers, and I'm going to alternate the flowers. This one has a long stem, so I think I can overlap it. Tends to twist. I do want those leaves, so I'm going to leave that. Leave them sticking out. Going between the flowers so that I can have a secure hold. This one has a really long stem. You might have to trim it a little, which I think I'm going to have to. We'll just make it a short stem. Sometimes you have to pick up the flowers so you can go in between. The main colors of the wedding are navy blue and coral, and this is the closest I could get to coral. So I want to have more of those two colors, and the white is just an extra accent color. Go in between the blooms, but you want to make sure that your stems are very securely attached to the center of the wire in the middle. Before you wrap one flower in, you want to check to see if you could stick another flower in. Okay, that stem is too short. I need one with a little longer stem. So I want it to fit right in here. No, that's too high. I want it to be back here. So I think I have to come back just a little bit. I want to make sure that the ends of the stem are securely attached, that they're not sticking out. I am using artificial flowers, so it's something that will keep. You can also do this with real flowers. Of course, you want to do it right close to the event so that you have fresh looking flowers. But I'm doing this in advance, so, and I chose small flowers because you don't, I mean, I suppose you could do it with very large flowers, but I think it's just more delicate to have small flowers. But I've come around to the front and I'm started to go that way. Now I want to make sure that right here in the front that we have a little bit more, and I also want to change the direction of my flowers. Rather than pointing all this way and then be upside down, I want them to go that way. So I'm going to put in a stem kind of going the opposite way. Stem's too long, and I want the flower to end up right here in the center so that it makes the front just a little bit fuller. And I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to add some white in there as well. So I'm going to kind of put these in backwards, and I'm going to work them in carefully between the blooms. It's getting a little more complicated now to secure them so that they don't move. And then the next time I add flowers, I'm going to be adding them. I got the front a little fuller. I think it needs a blue right there. So the stem's going to be pointing down. It's going to catch the top end of that. So I'm kind of putting them on backwards. Getting down to the end, so it's not going to be enough room, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this the opposite way. In fact, I got it just a little bit shorter. Put this the opposite way so I can put flowers at the end. Sure we are secure. Rip it. Now, I feel like I got it nice and full right there, and it gets a little bit thinner on this side, but I feel like this part is just a little too thin, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add just a few more flowers. I think it needs some more coral, and I think I'll add it with the white. Just kind of put them together. I'm going to actually tape those two together just to make it a little easier to work. Alright, I think we need a little more flowers right there. I want it to face the front, so we'll put it right there. It's looking pretty good, but I still feel like it's a little thin right there. So sometimes it's a little easier to go ahead and put 2 or 3 flowers together with the tape. Right there would make it more even. I'm just gonna rip off a piece and try to add this flower in here. It is harder to fit in here. You got to go between the flowers without smushing anything. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not too big. The flowers are delicate. I've got the colors distributed and I've got it pretty well even. Now we finish it off by applying some ribbon. So I've looped the ribbon, stick it through the loop here, and then I'll just pull the 2 strings through. I'll do the same to both sides. And then this way it is adjustable so that it will, you know, it could be for smaller or for a bigger head. And they would just tie a bow . Here we have a flower crown for a child for the flower girl in the wedding.